Hello, welcome to my submission for the Chrome built-in AI challenge on DevPost. What we have here is a web app that is basically the code companion. It helps software developers enhance productivity, and it offers various tools that you could use on this tool. It's the code review tool. It basically will do a review your code that you submit, and you could get a pseudocode exclamation, or you could actually get more in-depth explanation for code that you may not understand. And then it also has a tool for converting code, so you could go from one language to another. That includes going from like an old deprecated version of maybe Node.js to a newer version. Just put in the code that you want it to convert, and it will. And then we have this JSON tools. This is really helpful for someone like me, a C# developer who uses a typed language. Basically, it'll generate JSON from a class, or you could generate JSON from a class or JSON to a class or object. And then we have the freeform tool. This tool can do it's an open conversation to have AI do whatever, maybe stub out some code or UI stuff, just general stuff here. But let's go through some examples. So here we are. It's an example of the code review. It's basically the code I entered is a classic decorator pattern based off of a coffee ordering system. And the code review will tell you the strengths, the areas of improvement. Here it likes the interface and the abstraction built into this, the reusability, and the improvement is looks like it doesn't like the calculation, it needs error handling, and then it gave out an example of some code, but overall it says it's a solid foundation for a coffee ordering system. Here's an example of the explain the code functionality. So here we are with the code convert example. We're going to take a simple loop in Python to C# and run it live. The other examples we ran, but as you can see, it created the array, looped through it, and wrote each one to the cons. So here we are with an example of the JSON to C#. So we have a list of address objects, and we're telling it to take this JSON and create some C# classes. That can see it created an address object and a list of address objects, and here's the definition of the object or class that makes up that address based off that JSON. And as you can see, it created an address object and a list of address objects, and here's the definition of the object or class that makes up that address based off that JSON. And here's an example of our switch statement that'll compare an integer value with 12 variations starting at 0 with increments of 5. We'll see how it does on this. It should hopefully be a quick, but as you can see, it's doing the stubbing out that we asked for. But this is my submission, and I hope you like it.